So, I definitely like the Druid pick here. I think he should have queued it last game, actually, but he might as well just queue it now. I'm actually not sure what his last class is. Do you know? Do you know what for Kraxximus' last class is?
No, I didn't actually play against him.
Okay. So looking at both of these hands here, the Druid hand is actually looking pretty decent with the Darnassus Aspirant. However, RealTerror has a full early game curve, and Darnassus Aspirant is... This is why I don't like Darnassus Aspirant. It's just one of those minions that are so inconsistent. It's only good against Secret Paladin when they don't have initiative. And in this situation, RealTerror is just going to go ahead and abusive his Zombie Chow too. Or, yeah, he's going to go ahead, play the Dark Peddler first to see what he draws. And, wow, those are all premium 1-drops, premium Warlock 1-drops. But I think he's just going to go ahead and coin out the abusive to kill the Darnassus Aspirant. And Kraxximus is going to be pretty sad here.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying, Darnassus Ass Pirate bites the dust.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't like Darnassus. I'd rather just play nothing at this point because you gave him the ability to trade into a minion. Against Reno Lock, you typically just wanted to... well, usually Reno Locks don't draw that insanely of a curve with a 1, 2, 3 drop and being able to contest your early minions. And he's just going to drop the Farseer on curve here.
Yeah, this is perfect board setup, really, to just start dealing with any threat that comes out the Druid early.
Board-centric opener from RealTerror. He's going to have a lot of problems here.
Well, in a conversation today, RealTerror was telling me he doesn't include Darnassus
Ass Pirate.
Yeah, well, I tried to stop myself, but it's just ingrained. Anyways, but he doesn't include that card in his deck for that very reason.
Oh man, that's a huge misplay. Putting his Shredder on the right instead of the middle line of play. Since he already has the Libra power overwhelming, he's going to try to reduce Kraxximus' health and trying to burst him down as soon as possible. Since, yeah.
He's got to go for that win about as fast as possible. Hopefully before the Warlock can even draw Reno.
Yeah. Want to just finish off the game as soon as possible. So he's going to go ahead and use the Dart Bomb here. I like it. Since he has a lot of reactive cards or combo pieces in his hand, he wants to preserve as much of the board as possible. Trading away the Shredder would leave him with a much weaker board, so I like this play a lot more. And this is a pretty easy Shredder Hero Power play from Kraxximus' side. Followed him at turn 7, Dr. Boom.
Yep, that Dr. Balance.
And it looks like RealTerror's hand is starting to get a little bit awkward. He doesn't have really any proactive plays after playing the 1, 2, 3 on curve. So he's going to just go ahead and owl the Shredder, and in the fact that he can kill the owl for free with the Shredder. I actually don't really like this play coming from RealTerror's side. I guess he's a little bit paranoid of combo, which is understandable.
Yeah, one way to beat Druid is beat him before turn 9. So.
Exactly. So it looks like they got pretty even 3-2 to play around mind control tech, and I guess you're playing around the combo in the process.
I mean,
yeah.
One thing you could do is heal, or you could force the nature and try to clear, but both those options aren't really good. I think Dr. Boom is really the only play.
Yeah, not much analysis here. That is really disgusting.
That's kind of just the way the game works, though. You play Dr. Boom turn 7 in the Warlock top decks. Big Game Hunter, right?
I wonder if Justin, judging from his facial expressions, it kind of looks like he noticed that it was off the top, which makes it hurt just a little bit more.
No, he's excited. He's just really happy to be in the semifinals right now.
So he's going to need his Boom Boss to do a lot of work here. He's just going to go ahead and die next turn. So, wow, the top deck Innervate might... Oh, he has so little faith in Kraxximus here. I believe in the comebacks.
You know, here's the thing, though.
There's
here's the thing. RealTerror brought his own computer to this event, and I don't mean his laptop. I don't mean his tablet. He brought his desktop computer.
So it actually looks like Kraxximus is going to hold on for another turn, because RealTerror does not have lethal, and he won't be able to top deck abusive to finish him off. Demon Wrath into the Belcher, that just is the most safe play, and it sets up for a Reno in the following turns. And it completely blocks Force of Nature Savageor, which is perfect.
Well, I wouldn't imagine that Krax would think it's any less than some form of the combo
Yeah,
Reno
so
lock.
let's see if he chooses to draw cards. Okay, so he chooses to heal, so that's a really heads-up play right there. Just completely plays around the combo, so I think the only out that he has, that RealTerror has, is the Dark Bomb, and he doesn't draw it. It functions similar to Reno, and he doesn't actually even need to use the Reno. It's really strong.
Yeah. It's a little bit more mana, though.
Yeah.
But what else are you going to play?
So for my position, I actually like the hitting face option of from RealTerror side, and he just goes ahead and does that. So really the only thing he should be scared of at this, Ancient of War will just completely put a dent, so it doesn't look like he's going to choose to do the Savage Roar play. He's just going to go ahead and play the, I believe he's going to play the Ancient of War for a heal. I actually don't really like this since it just really delays the game for like just another turn, and he's going to find himself in the exact same position as he did last game.
Yeah, I mean, Kraxximus is in a tough spot because he's going to need to somehow play Emperor to discount the double Savage Roar, and he has to draw the other Savage Roar.
I would be surprised if he just goes with another line of play. He chooses to tap, maybe he'll attack and...
This is my favorite map, by the way. There's the laser that shoots the rocket ship.
The GVG map.
You can play with the... You think it's standard that they're going to nerf this map and just take away some of the clickable areas?
Hopefully not. So yeah, he's going to go with the twisting. I'd say if he was going to go with that line of play, developing the ooze was a lot stronger than the life tap. Well, that's actually a pretty decent draw off the top.
Well, yes, he did have the option of nethering, then playing ooze, but I mean, there's not really any weapons that are coming out of Druid. Unless we know Blingtron in this deck.
Yeah, which is why we do want to see the ooze develop just as a body to help contest this Ember that was just played by Kraxximus. And every single turn, it looks like RealTerror and his lethal ambitions are slowly getting out of range.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, you were knocking the healing every turn, but it's keeping him alive. But I still think it's just a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
He can silence Emperor here with Owl. He can play his own Emperor and Owl. That's also really strong. Not really, though, because then he would just lose his Emperor.
Yeah. The thing with this situation is, if at any point Kraxximus draws the Savage Roar off the top, he'll be able to play Force of Nature Savage Roar without the Innervate. And that's actually really, really strong. Since he just dropping the Shade off the back of that, we'll be able to kill RealTerror from pretty much any life total.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of his removal is gone except for Hellfire and Shadow Flame. So
yeah, and
getting rid of a Stealth Shade is going to be difficult.
He doesn't actually have any of those in his hand right now, so yeah, the Stealth Shade is going to prove to be a huge nuisance if he does end up top decking the Savage Roar. So what do you like in terms of RealTerror's options as the rope starts coming down?
Reno Jackson. He's not going to play it, but
everything's extremely awkward.
I always love Reno Jackson. It's the wrong play, but Reno Jackson.
I really don't agree with the tap here. I like I like developing as many minions as possible. He does get in the tap, I guess. It's a little bit greedy, but what can you do, right?
Well, he opens himself up for some interesting combos if he can get the Faceless Manipulator out there, so...
The Wild Growth is an interesting draw. He'll just probably use it to cycle into something else.
Oh, definitely going to cycle here.
I think what he wants to pick up here, other than the second Savage Roar, would be another Keeper of the Grove, or perhaps even a Swipe, to help just remove the board. That is also really relevant before the game starts swinging into the opposite momentum, since he is behind in terms of card advantage.
Yeah.
And the most RealTerror can do is either, in terms of bench damage benchmarks, yeah, so he is going to choose to, he's going to end up drawing the card. In terms of damage benchmarks, RealTerror either has 10 damage or he has 20 damage. So, playing for, oh wait, that is interesting. He doesn't choose to end up hero powering the 3-1. That is odd. So he is going to trade to the Emperor,
right.
though. But that's kind of weird that he didn't hero power instead just develop the Shade. Just straight up Dino. He's actually going to tap
off
into
the top,
range.
right? Jiraxxus comes out.
I actually don't like that, unless he chooses to, if RealTerror has been paying attention to his cards. Okay, so he's going to end up doing the Siphon Soul, which is a pretty on-point play since it completely negates any possibility of RealTerror, of Kraxximus pulling out a surprise victory with the Force of Nature Savage Roar off the top.
Absolutely. There's the other Innovate, but...
It's a pretty dead card right now. I say
yeah.
Dying here, since there's no way he's going to combo to remove these minions, and if he doesn't combo to... since we know RealTerror's hand, if he doesn't combo to remove these minions, he's going to be done.
Well, Kraxximus doesn't know his hand, so
Yep.
it really is the only play that, yeah, I would. It's the only play that I would see.
It's the correct play, even though it's the one that's going to end up resulting him in dying. And here we're going to see the Leroy and PO to finish off.
All right, let's
finish
do
off the
this.
matchup. So this is that was a pretty weird series, I'd say, where Reno Lock was able to steal a lot of. Just do really well against Kraxximus' lineup despite the expected matchup.